What is the difference between the Primal Diet from Aajonus Wonder Planets and raw primal? Basically, a raw primal means that you are a 15-year-old kid who found out about raw meat like a month ago from TikTok or watching Solar Youth, and you are eating raw meat and maybe drinking raw milk without knowing what the fuck are you even doing. And probably your meals consist of raw ground beef mixed with orange or raw milk or something like that. That is the raw primal, and then you probably quit after a year or half a year or something because you're a fucking retard. The primal diet, not raw primal diet, because is there a fucking cooked primal diet? No, there isn't. The primal diet is when you found out about eating raw meat from Aajonus Wonder Planets, or after finding out about raw meat, you find out why the fuck do people even eat raw meat, and you find out it's because of Aajonus Wonder Planets, and then you eat a diet based on principles outlined by Aajonus Wonder Planets. And it takes Aajonus a 7 hour long fucking workshop to explain what the fuck the primal diet even is. It's very fucking dense. It's not even a diet, it's a lifestyle. It contains avoiding EMF, seeking sunlight, not wearing polyester, doing hot baths, and it's a 7 hour long fucking topic. But if I were just to talk about the diet part, and I was not to be 2 hours for here, there are few principles about the diet. And let me get straight to them. First, you don't mix meat with fresh raw milk. You always eat meat and fresh raw milk 1 hour apart. Because, oh yeah, that looked like a giant fucking spider, but it wasn't. It was like a tree branch getting removed. Wait. So, you don't mix raw meat and raw milk together, because raw milk contains raw cream, which is hard to digest because I don't fucking understand why, but if you eat raw meat together with raw milk, the cream will coat the meat and you will not digest the meat. Your stool might be fine, but basically the cream will protect the meat from the hydrochloric acid and you will not digest shit. You will digest barely anything which you would if you didn't mix these two. If you ferment raw milk into kefir by leaving it in room temperature for long enough and maybe spitting in it or adding honey, then you can do that because then the cream will turn to sour cream and it will already be pre-digested. Then you can mix kefir with raw meat. Then, you don't drink raw milk cold, ever, because if it's cold, it will turn off your hydrochloric acid and you will not fucking digest it. And either you are going to get a diarrhea, or you're going to have perfectly fine stool, but still you are going to digest fucking none of it, because most of it went undigested into your bloodstream because your hydrochloric acid was turned off, and you didn't even fucking digest it. You are just going to piss it out. You're going to piss out all the nutrients, bro. So, you need to drink raw milk in room temperature. If it's cold and you are really fucking thirsty, you can warm it up in your mouth. Then, you don't fucking chug anything. You don't chug raw milk. You don't take a fucking glass. I'm able to drink a gallon of raw milk a day because I'm 6'5" and I did drink a gallon of raw milk a day. But you never fucking chug. Even if you drink a fucking gallon, you don't chug your liquids. You drink them slowly. You like suck them. You're like. You can, like Aajonus said, if you drink more than 1 ounce per minute, then you are going to piss all the nutrition out. Maybe, but no one is drinking anything 1 ounce per minute. That's too fucking little. Sorry. So what you do is you sip and you drink as fast as you want to, but you sip. You can sip as fast as, you can sip a gallon in one sitting without stopping sipping, but you sip it. You don't gulp it. Otherwise, you piss everything fucking out. And I would rather sip 1 liter of raw milk than to chug 3 liters of raw milk a day. Like chugging, you're just going to piss everything out. Another principle is you don't mix red meat with fruit. Red meat is basically mammals. If it's a bird, if it's a fucking crocodile, a lizard, fish, whatever the fuck, then it's white meat. If it's a mammal with 4 legs, it's red meat. If it's something else, it's probably white meat. Only exception is like pork, but that's like half white meat, half red meat. And the difference between these two is that red meat makes you more acidic, and if you have aversion to raw meat, you can get more nausea from it. Then it will make you produce more adrenaline and give you more energy, and it will repair your muscles better. While white meat will repair your nervous system better and will make you less nauseous if you are over acidic or some shit. But that's not important right now. Well, maybe you can use this knowledge to not eat raw red meat before sleep. Like, you don't want to eat red meat before sleep because then you're going to get too much energy. You want to eat white meat or dairy or some shit. But basically, you can mix white meat like fish and birds together with fruit, but not red meat. Because if you eat red meat together with fruit, your body doesn't. Your body thinks like, oh, there's fruit, and basically, let's not digest this fucking meat to repair our tissues, but let's digest this meat as empty energy. Like, let's digest it like if it was sugar. Like, there is fruit, there is sugar, and there is some protein, red meat matter. Well, if there wasn't the fruit, I will digest the fucking meat like normal meat and repair your tissues and make you healthier. If there is fruit present, the body will basically just turn into sugar, and all the red meat just went to waste. Another thing is, don't mix. Don't mix. Don't fucking eat ground meat, because if you ground meat in a fucking grinder, you apply a fuck ton of pressure to it, which somehow affects the molecules, which does the same fucking thing as I just talked about with the fruit. Like, when it's ground meat, you basically don't digest the meat in order to repair your tissues and make you healthier and rebuild your body. You use the meat as empty sugar and empty energy because its protein molecules are fucked up from all the pressure or something like that. So, yes. Then, very important, probably like the most important fucking rule of the Primal Diet, you always eat fat, animal fat, with raw meat. If you eat raw meat without animal fat, then again you are going to digest it as like empty sugar, empty energy. Your body is like, okay, I need to make fucking sugar, like fucking energy out of the food I'm eating. Can I make it from fucking fat? No, there is no fat in there. Okay, let's do it from protein. And it will digest all the protein like an energy source so that you can have like energy instead of like rebuilding your body and making you healthier from the raw meat. So you always need to eat some raw fat together with your raw meat. I would say, don't quote me on this, but eating one raw meat meal with a fuck ton of fat and then one cooked meat meal a day could maybe be even healthier than eating like 2 raw meat meals a day but not having any fucking raw fat with them, or eating ground beef, because if you eat the ground or mixed with fruit or mixed with fresh raw milk, not kefir, or mixed with no raw fat, then you are going to use the raw meat to build energy and sugar and pyruvate and whatever the fuck without actually repairing your body. So all the nutrition essentially goes to waste. Like, you are not creating the toxic byproducts which you create by cooking. So you are not actively poisoning yourself if you eat raw meat like that. But you are not fucking healing. It's fucking worthless. Like, it does nothing if you eat it like that. So now you know about not combining raw meat with certain foods and combining it with raw fat. And yeah, those are the most basic ones. Then another principles are like, the more rotten and stinky and disgusting something is, like the more it is rotten, fermented, the healthier it is. So most of your raw milk ideally should be like rotten, like kefir. Yeah, basically you want to eat a fuck ton of bacteria. That's it. Then I can talk about it, I guess. If you eat absolutely fucking anything, then because when you were a child, we all received injections, like flax seeds, like, you know what I mean, bro? These fucking injections, basically. Then your body stored it in your brain, in your bone marrow, in your organs, and a lot of the injections went into your intestines, and your stomach, because your stomach tissue is so fucking resilient that it can digest, you can digest bone and even fucking rusty ass nails in your stomach, but it will not digest itself. And basically, the body, when it got, you know what I mean? It stored a fuck ton of these toxins, of the mercury and the metals and aluminum and shit in your intestines and in your stomach. And each time you eat anything, your body is like, okay, we have a fuck ton of bullshit in our body which shouldn't be there, and now we just got some nutrients in there. So let's use some of the nutrients of the food we just fucking ate to neutralize the fucking toxins we have in ourselves. So it will basically dump toxins and poisons to your stomach every time you eat, so it can get rid of some of them. And mostly these things bind to raw fat, because fat toxins just bind to raw fat. You can find it in every fucking study. Toxins store in fat. If you don't have any fat, it goes into your organs and shit. But if you have any fat, and be it you being fat, like obese motherfucker, or you eating raw animal fat, like eating any fat, but raw animal fat is the best, then toxins can go and be stored in the fat. So each time you eat something, then your body tries to dump poisons in it, so it can get rid of them, and it can use like the minerals and stuff to neutralize them. The problem is, you eat a nice meal of red meat mixed with raw fat and no fruit and no fresh raw milk, and maybe some kefir, because then the cream is sour cream and it's pre-digested and you can't drink it like that. Then the body pulls fucking toxins into the stomach to get rid of them. Nice. It goes down into the intestines. There, in the intestines, the food is digested, and as the food is digested, all of the toxins that your body just fucking threw into the food, they are redigested and they come back to your fucking body, and they are circulating like fucking forever, unless you are eating fuck ton of raw fat every fucking day for like 20 years straight. So a big principle of the primal diet is raw unsalted cheese. When you eat pretty much any dried food, it doesn't digest. So if you eat like fucking raisins or something, then the body takes the toxins from your stomach, it dumps them into the stomach, and then as it goes through the intestines, you don't fucking digest the dry food because it has no enzymes, no bacteria, no anything. It goes undigested and you shit it all out, even with the toxins. With raw unsalted cheese, it works even better because it's full of minerals, so it absorbs a fuck ton of poisons, and then these get like neutralized by the minerals or some shit. I don't understand the science why raw unsalted cheese is better than fucking raisins if both are dry, but raw unsalted cheese works better for some fucking reason. Now, how do I know this is true? How do I know that raw cheese is undigestible and that it absorbs poisons? Because Aajonus has a fucking protocol which I tried, is that whenever you are nauseous and you want to vomit, and nausea is just you being poisoned by something you just ate, or your body dumping poisons to the stomach and wanting it to vomit them out so you don't have to digest these poisons. If you are nauseous and you eat raw unsalted cheese made from raw clabbered milk put to a strainer, then you will stop being nauseous. Like literally, you can be nauseous and want to vomit, you eat a fucking tablespoon of raw cheese. You will stop being nauseous in 5 minutes. Maybe it comes back, the nausea, because your body is an opportunist and it will try to dump more toxins. But if you keep eating the raw unsalted cheese, you will not fucking vomit, probably fucking ever, because it will just absorb the fucking poisons like a sponge. That happens during a nausea, so it's very likely that if you eat raw unsalted cheese often, you are going to absorb all the poisons. So Aajonus, basically, the principle of the primal diet is that before each meal, you eat a fucking tablespoon or something of raw unsalted cheese, so that 10 minutes before it, so that it goes into your stomach, it absorbs the fucking poisons, it dumps the poisons, and then it stops dumping for a while, for like, I don't know, for another hydrochloric acid cycle or some shit. So after 10 minutes, you eat your meat meal. And then, because all of the toxins went into the raw cheese, which is not going to get digested, then all of your meals in the intestines are going to digest, and there are not going to be toxins from the stomach redigesting, and Therefore, you're going to get even more nutrition because a lot of the nutrition and nutrients are destroyed because of the poisons they are mixed with, trying to neutralize the fucking poisons. Then, if you want a factor of minerals, like you want to grow some fucking cheekbones or fuck, if you want to reverse osteoporosis or you want to get factor of minerals in general, then like 35 minutes after your meat meal, you you eat raw cheese mixed together with raw honey because raw honey will give you a factor of enzymes, and you don't eat cheese and then honey. You mix raw cheese and raw honey with like in your mouth, together in your mouth or in the bowel. So like the cheese and the honey, it mixes, and therefore the enzymes allow you to digest the honey. Fuck, I'm fucking tripping. You know, I was supposed to be on a fucking Solar Youth interview right now, and I was waiting for an hour and a half, but he didn't fucking show up. And this happened for the second fucking time. Like, a few months ago, I was meant to interview him, and he didn't fucking show up. This is the second time. Fuck that guy. That's what inspired me to do this fucking video. The Primal Diet is when you are disciplined, and when you tell someone that you are going to interview them, you are going to go on a fucking interview with them. Raw Primal is that you tell someone you are going to interview them at this exact date and time. They make free time to do the interview, and then you don't fucking show up. That is Raw Primal. So, yeah. If you eat cheese with honey, then you are going to digest the minerals, and you are going to get a factor of minerals. And supposedly, Aajonus was able to reverse osteoporosis in a factor of people with this, and he recommends it for like when you have broken bones to like fix your bones, or when you have like gums bleeding or weak teeth. Then this is a good thing to eat. And in general, having a factor of minerals is good for you because these minerals will help you to like neutralize toxins from modern society, like from going outside and breathing in non-existent chemtrails that cover the fucking sun and the sky. They don't exist, but you see them, and they are full of heavy metals, and you can fucking test the metal levels in rainwater that you're getting fucking poisoned each time you fucking breathe. So yeah, minerals are a good thing. But otherwise, you can just drink raw milk, and that will basically give you a factor of minerals. Like, it's enough to drink raw milk. Drink raw milk, like, if you want to have a factor of minerals, cheese with honey, but otherwise, raw milk is fine. Our principle of the Primal Diet is that 15 minutes after each meat meal, ideally, you drink the lubrication formula if you're a male. If you're a female, you don't drink the lubrication formula. You drink the same fucking thing, but then you call it the moisturizing formula, because men like lubrication, women like moisturization. That's what Aajonus said, like, he literally called it that. Lubrication and moisturization, because it's the most important fucking recipe on the fucking diet. Because another like health lore, like I've been listening to this, like I've been listening to Aajonus like 5 years ago talking about this, and now they are like 15-year-old kids. Never fucking heard it, and it's so fucking like what I'm going to tell you, I've heard a fucking million fucking times. I'm a fucking boomer. Like, do you know your parents were like, you know, during my time, when we had to go to school, we had to go to across the fucking alligator river. So I'm a fucking boomer now. You know, in my time, in fucking 5 years ago, when everyone called it the Primal Diet and not Raw Primal, and it was not popular on fucking TikTok. In my fucking time, we didn't have fucking Solar Youth and Goaties to watch. We had to fucking listen to Aajonus workshops. And we had to listen to Aajonus talk about the lubrication formula fucking 20 times each fucking workshop. So, I'm exaggerating, sorry, but basically, when you are not fed, raw fed, all your fucking life, if you are raised on fucking garbage, then all of your organs and tissues become starved for raw fats and nutrition forever. So that in a healthy body, when you eat something, you are like a fucking primitive Maasai person before they started to drink coke. Like some healthy person, when they eat fat or meat or whatever, and the nutrients go to their entire body because, oh yeah, sure, I just got nourished, let's nourish the body. If you were fed soy formula, injected, you were breathing in chemtrails and dressed in plastics, and you were fed fucking bread with margarine and seed oils and garbage your entire life, and you have never consumed a raw animal product for your entire fucking life until you were like fucking 15, then your body is so starved that each time you eat raw fat, then it goes, what the fuck? Raw fat. I fucking need this. And all of your organs and your tissues are so starved for real nutrition. They eat all of the fat so fucking fast. Like, your organs eat all of the fat, all of the raw fat, raw milk, everything you fucking eat. It just disappears within minutes. I'm talking like a retard, but basically, your organs steal all of the fat before it can go to other parts of the body. So your skin, your joints, your connective tissues, like the fat in your muscles. Like, look at my fucking muscles. I barely fucking work out. This is just from eating raw meat. I think it's like, yeah, your skin, your joints, your hairs, I think as well. And then your connective tissue, so the fat inside of your muscles. It doesn't get any raw fucking fat, or almost none, because your organs steal all of the raw fat when you eat it. It's digested so fast, like a lot of parts of your body don't get the raw fat. But if you make the lubrication or moisturization, if you're a male and you make the lubrication formula, or if you're a female, or you're a, I wanted to say the F word, but I'm just going to say gay. If you're a gay, or you're a female, and you do the English is not my native language. I'm Czech, ja jsem z Česka. So, if you make the lubrication formula, you basically, well, I think it's terrible. So, basically, you mix a raw fat, which is ideally raw unsalted butter, which you melt in warm water, so it's like stirrable, so you can like blend it. Or because getting raw fat is a pain in the ass, and it's also a pain in the ass to create it, and then you also have like from cream, and then you also have to like melt it to make it like stirrable. Then you just use like not fresh cream, because that will interfere. It's hard to digest. Fresh cream is hard to digest, but you can use sour cream. If you have raw milk and you wait long enough, then you have like fucking kefir and the sour cream on top. You get some sour cream and you mix it with raw eggs, some raw lemon, and some raw honey, and you mix it. Then the enzymes in the honey, the protein in the egg, and the, I don't know, fucking acid, basically the compounds in the lemon, pre-digest the fat from the sour cream so fast. It's just so pre-digested because of the acids and whatever, that when you drink it, it goes into your connective tissues, your hairs, your joints, your skin. It goes everywhere because it's digested so fast that your organs and the parts of your body which are so starved of raw fat don't get to steal all of the fat for themselves fast enough. It's basically so pre-digested, you nourish your body in a profound way, and you can just feel feeling really good after drinking a lubrication formula. I've heard Resident Raw, credit to him, say that it can recharge you really fast after sex, which sounds likely. It's basically the most important recipe, and I've heard Resident Raw say that you don't get to call yourself a primal dieter unless you are drinking lube formulas. And he's fucking correct, I would say. It's really important to drink lube formulas. So, what is the primal diet? It's listening to Aajonus workshops instead of fucking TikToks, and it's not mixing fruit. It's not mixing meat together with fruit, with fresh milk, and mixing it with raw fat. Then it's eating raw cheese before meals, ideally. And then also you can eat raw cheese all day long, like the process of it stealing the poisons from your stomach and then going outside to your fucking ass, undigested. You can do it all day. You can eat like a fucking quarter of a teaspoon, is that little, quarter of a fucking teaspoon or a teaspoon every 15 minutes, and each time you do it, you remove some mercury from some of those from your body, thanks to the cheese. It's called cheese grains. Then ideally you want to drink lubrication formulas after your meat meal, but yeah, that's the basics. Not combining certain foods and combining certain foods. Then we can also get a bit deeper, like fucking vegetable juice. Like most of people don't actually need vegetable juice. If you are like American and okay, let's continue. If you are getting nauseous from eating raw meat, or you cannot eat raw meat, you have low appetite or fucking anything, it probably means that you are over acidic. Because if you eat too much raw meat, you're going to detox too much or some shit, which makes your blood over acidic, and that makes you lose your appetite, especially for red meat. If you drink vegetable juices, which is like celery mixed with carrots or celery mixed with parsley, then you are going to alkalize your blood and clean your blood or some shit, which will give you a factor of more appetite, which will make you able to eat all of the fatty recipes and raw milk and raw meat and whatever. But most of people don't actually need it, because Aajonus himself said that if you start young on the primal diet, then you are not toxic enough to get nauseous and to get too acidic from eating raw meat. And most of people nowadays start a primal diet like fucking 15 or 20 or some shit like that. So a lot of people don't actually need the vegetable juices, but some of them do. Yeah. You drink the vegetable juices like hour apart from the meat meals, because the vegetable juices alkalize your digestive tract, while you need acidic environment to digest your raw meat. Then another thing is that you don't eat fucking salads or plants or whatever together with red meat. I mean raw meat, because any plant matter basically which isn't fruit or juice, because with juice you just have the liquid, not the fiber. But basically any fucking fiber which isn't fruit will alkalize your intestines and make you unable to digest raw meat, because you need acidic environment to digest raw meat. If you eat vegetation, you will just fucking disable your hydrochloric acid. Is there anything else I could fucking add? Yeah. You don't eat fruit the first 4 hours of the day. Because the first 4 hours of the day, whatever you eat, your body will want to create energy from it. So ideally, you eat raw meat during first like hour of the day or something. During the first 4 hours of the day for sure, you want to eat protein and fat so your body can create long time stable energy for the entire day from fat. If you eat sugar, if you eat fruit in the morning, your body will use sugar, which will give you an energy spike and energy crash, and it will make you emotional and unstable. Then each time you eat fruit, you eat it as unripe as possible, so it has the least amount of sugar, and you eat it together with raw fat, ideally, so you can like absorb the insulin response better, and you get less damage from the sugar, because sugar makes you overly emotional, like the fucking horse woman, like the woman on the ranch with horses, like the woman with horses for whom I worked, which I made a 3 hour long video about, like avoid women with horses. Basically, they were drinking a fuck ton of fermented fruit juice, which made them crazy. Which, whatever. You want to eat like one fruit a day at most. And you want to eat a fuck ton of fat to minimize the sugar response. And Aajonus didn't talk about it, but it will be very wise to not eat fruit in like blue artificial light, because artificial light spikes your fucking blood sugar, and it would be a good idea to eat any kind of fruit outside in sunlight, because sunlight reduces your blood sugar. Red light in sunlight reduces your blood sugar, which like makes the sugar response from the fruit even better. Like eating fruit outside in sunlight is a similar intervention to eating fruit together with fat in order to minimize the sugar response and shit. Then another primal diet principle is you don't fucking eat salt, because salt will deserve like a hour-long fucking video, and Resident Raw made a good fucking video on salt. But basically, if you put raw meat in bed of salt, the salt will dry out the meat. It will dehydrate it and turn it to leather, because salt dehydrates and kills cells. It's that simple. Salt dehydrates and kills cells, and the more salt you eat, the thirstier you are. End of the fucking story. End of the argument. Bang. Then you try to not drink water, because water will overly alkali. It will like fuck up dilute your digestive acids and shit like that. And it's very bad at hydration because there are no nutrients in the water. In order for your cells to get hydrated, it needs to like catch the water. The water needs to be like bound to some nutrients so it can like catch it and use it. If you drink empty water with no nutrients, then you're just going to piss it out. You're just going to dilute it. So you want to drink raw milk instead of water. And if you drink water, then you probably want to like put it in some. You want to mix it with some fucking kefir so it like ferments and turns acidic, and then you want to put some apple cider vinegar and some honey in it so it's like not emptied in water. Then yeah, I might as well touch some of the fucking principles which are not diet related. It's like turn your phone on fucking airplane mode so you are not irradiating your balls with EMFs. Don't wear plastic clothing, and I don't fucking know what else. Avoid EMFs and avoid fucking chemicals. That's it. Avoid chemicals. Like don't touch recipes which leak microplastics into your fucking bloodstream, and don't fucking, I don't know, work in a factory where you inhale toxic fucking fumes. Just have pollution awareness and eat good foods. That's basically the fucking Primal Diet. And the quality of this video is a complete fucking nonsense. Like I've just created this video so like I create fucking something. I didn't have something to say. I had to say something or some shit. Well, most of my audience are like people who never actually fucking listened to anything that Aajonus ever said, so I think this is like a good starting point. But the reason I fucking doubt like anyone new watched this far. Like the only people who watched this were like 3 people who are my long-term subscribers because they like my personality and my fucking stories or some shit. Why did I even bring that fucking point here? I don't fucking know. Yeah, I wanted to talk about where the fuck have I been? Like, I haven't, if you are new, then I haven't been posting for like 3 fucking months because my phone broke and my quality of my videos is dog shit. And it used to be on my old phone. And then it broke and I got a old phone after my brother, which is even worse. And like, if you look at the quality of the videos which I made before, I considered that quality acceptable. It was so horrendous and I still found it acceptable. The video quality my phone is able to produce is unacceptable even for me. So I just can't record fucking anything until I save up money to buy a new phone. Or at least I thought so until I found this broken ass fucking laptop which has to be plugged into the wall because the battery doesn't work. But I can record some shit on here with OBS Studio and the quality is horrendous, but I might as well upload one video after my inactivity to tell you guys what the fuck I'm up to. So I'm saving money in my new job for a phone. And I'm actually working with a fucking chainsaw. I'm a fucking chainsaw man. I go to the fucking forest with my fucking muscles, fucking shirtless. I get a fucking chainsaw and I fucking... It's a fun fucking job. Like, I don't cut healthy trees. I'm not destroying forests. Okay, Anti-Deforestation League. Go fuck yourself. I'm in a forest full of fucking bent over and fucking fallen down trees and rotten dead trees and whatever. And I'm basically cleaning the forest of dead trees so that people who live in the village, who fucking use wood to get the heat, so they can like have fucking firewood or something. Like most of you niggas live in the city and you have like fucking. You just have this thing where you just press the fucking button or some shit and that is warm in your house because fucking gas from Russia or something. But if you are living in reality, aka on the fucking countryside, then you need to get some fucking wood and you need to start a fucking fire to get warm. And I'm basically creating a fuck ton of firewood for people. And I'm getting paid and it's fucking fun. Like when you see all the trees and then you go there with a fucking chainsaw, you blast your fucking headphones with some fucking black metal and you go for fucking 5 hours straight, and then you see all of the trees which were laying there, now laying there still but being like 2 meters, 4 meters. You're a fucking wizard and you turn trees into fucking logs. And you turn those logs into paycheck. and you can turn that paycheck into a fucking phone with which you can record outside in the sunlight in nature instead of a fucking random fucking room. And I can have a good fucking camera and not this fucking potato shit, fuck you. So yeah, that's what I'm up to. Working with a fucking chainsaw. And some funny driving stories. Before I was with the chainsaw, my boss wanted me to drive because he was like moving some stuff around. And I can't fucking drive. I can now. I had to learn it the hard way, but I do have driving license. I have a driving license, but after I got it, I didn't fucking drive for years. And he like, okay bro, drive. So I was forced to drive, and I did really fucking funny things. Like, how do you call this thing? Like the brake, like the handbrake or something. I like drove an entire ride with the handbrake like on because I forgot to, and it happened several times. But to be fair, the handbrake is broken and it doesn't even fucking brake. So when you are like on the fucking hill and you do this, it still goes. So I didn't brake the car because it didn't work in the first place, the handbrake. So that saved me. Then I also like I didn't go on a red light. I wouldn't talk about going on a red light accidentally. Maybe, whatever, fuck though. Yeah, I went uphill, and I had this long ass fucking trailer behind me, or how do you call it, full of stuff, like work stuff. And I was like trying to go uphill, and my fucking car, like, it died, and I had to restart the fucking engine, and the car went like, and it had like a fucking 5 meter trailer behind it, and right behind the trailer there was another car, and my car fucking died. I tried to start it, and as I was starting it, it was like, and I started it at the fucking last second, but like half a second more, and the trailer would fucking crash into the car behind me if I wasn't faster. Then another time I was driving with my coworker, and he was like, I was like, hey bro, show me the way. And he was like, okay, it doesn't matter. You can go either left or right. Doesn't matter. So I go left. And then he's like, no bro, fuck, I'm mistaken. You actually need to go right. But I was left. And do you know, there are like these arrows showing that you need to go like right? I missed them, and I was like left. And I need to go right? Right? So I do like fucking, and I go like there is a fucking wall or something. There is left, there is right. I'm going left, and I find out I need to go right at the last fucking second. So instead of like going left and like, I don't know, fucking driving forever until I can turn around, I just immediately fucking predator instinct. I go fucking, I do a fucking drift like if I was a half a second slower, I would fucking crash into the wall. Okay, there wasn't a wall, there was like a fence or something. But if I wasn't quick enough, like 1 or half a second more, and I will fucking crash the car. But I was like, and what's funny that for a joke, like I'm a really bad driver. I knew it, so I was joking like, hey bro, can you play some Eurobeat? You know, that fucking meme music about driving fast cars in an anime series or something. And he was playing like the song like, gas, 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 I'm gonna step on the gas tonight. Like that fucking music about driving fast cars. It was playing, and he was like, bro, we need to go right. And I was like, while the fucking music was blasting, and I felt so fucking good after not dying afterwards. It was so funny. Yeah, and unsurprisingly, I damaged the car because I was like, details, but it wasn't during a drive. It was like I was parking, and then I was trying to get around some metal fence, and then I fucking scratched the fence, but who gives a shit, yeah. So, yeah, I was doing this shit, and now I'm working with a fucking chainsaw. That's it. Yeah. The quality of this video is fucking horrendous. Horrendous. I'm going to fucking die. I need my new fucking phone. I need my fucking paycheck. And if I heard correctly that Iran and USA and Israel are going to a fucking war, Then I'm not even going to spend my fucking paycheck on my fucking phone to make videos. I'm spending my paycheck to a fucking for a fucking plane ticket to fucking Latin America or somewhere into a fucking country that is not in NATO, so that I don't fucking die for a Zionist occupied government. Holy shit. Also, I don't think I can even fucking find an editing software which would work for this fucking PC, which wouldn't be fucking paid. Yeah, I was editing some video for someone for money, and then I was editing for like 6 fucking hours, and it was marketed like, oh yeah, free video editor, and after 6 fucking hours, it tells you, oh sorry, you need to pay. After you just edited a video for 6 hours, yeah, that happens as well. I'm not going to go through it again. I'm just going to wait for my fucking paycheck and then buy a phone and then make some videos. And maybe I will make a fucking yeah. You know, I can do the call to action now. So I have a fucking school community, and I should have like told you like in the beginning of the fucking video when maybe you were still interested. But like 2 people are watching right now, and one of them is in the school community already. I have a school community in which I put like 5 years of fucking knowledge of eating raw meat and studying absolutely fucking everyone under the sun who ever said a fucking thing about health. I listened to Jack Cruz, fucking Varis Ahmad, fucking Andrew Huberman, fucking everything, and I've selected things which don't contradict Aajonus, and I've been able to try what fucking works. And then obviously I've listened to hundreds of hours of Aajonus workshops, and I've experienced fuck ton of his remedies, and I've experimented like on fucking collaborates on my fucking friends. Like when people tell me like, hey bro, how the fuck do I increase testosterone? And I tell them, fucking next time you shower, put raw egg yolks on your fucking balls, or go sun your balls. And the next day they tell me, bro, my libido is fucking unbearable, fucking good advice, bro. Or I have a fucking cough, what the fuck do I do? And I tell them, do this Aajonus remedy for a fucking cough. And then they are like, bro, I stopped having a dry cough, and I started coughing out like fucking thick mucus. And then after a few days of coughing out mucus, because of this formula, my fucking cough disappeared. So I put all of my fucking experiences, which I was able to compile before I became completely deranged. Like when I had a shred of sanity left inside of me, I made a fucking school community with 20 hours of fucking material in there, and I have a bunch of people in there, and we like write together, like we ask questions, they ask questions, we answer them. We have a fucking support group. You can find like real life friends or some shit on the map feature, and why I bring it up is that like maybe I'm going to host a Q&A or some shit next Saturday, I guess. Yeah, next Friday or Saturday I'm going to get interviewed by my most loyal fucking member from Serbia. Shout out to you. You know who I'm talking to. I'm not going to dox your name so that you don't get assassinated by Mossad. And you are probably the only person watching this video right now, bro. My fucking god. So, yeah, I'm going to host a Q&A, and, you know, I'm getting more and more people in the community, because I hosted Q&As, and like, not Q&As, but like video calls, like every fucking week. But then like 3 weeks straight, like one person joined, because no one fucking was online or some shit, because it was too cheap and no one didn't give a shit. Now I increased the price to like $9, and now these people who pay $9 are fucking active. So maybe I can do like weekly or bi-weekly video calls. Like it's not just Q&As, it's like, it's fun. Like 4 people who fucking eat raw meat, they get together on a fucking call and discuss sunning balls, whilst one of them is eating a steak tartare or rotten meat on camera or some shit. It's fun. It's fun. So you might consider joining or some shit if you want to be on the next video call, or you might not, or whatever. But you can still click the first link in the description with no intention to buy, because I think it's kind of fun. Like low-key, I think I made my About Patreon school like fucking entertaining. Like it's kind of funny. It's kind of funny. You can fucking check it to get like your dopamine hit, and then you can pay me money so that I, I'm going to the forest. I'm taking my chainsaw, and I'm going to hold a fucking tree hostage. I'm gonna hold that tree hostage with a fucking chainsaw under its neck, and I'm going to be like, if you don't pay me for my school, I'm going to slit this fucking tree. Like, the more people I have in my school, the less trees I have to fucking chop down. The more people I have in my school, the less nature I have to fucking Okay, I'm cleaning forests, but fuck you, I'm destroying nature now. The more people pay me money in my school, the less trees are going to die, okay? So, you better... I'm going to fucking incorporate this on this fucking emote page. I'm going to write a fucking... something like... Save a tree. Save a tree. Join my school. With a fucking picture of me holding a tree hostage. Like, if you don't buy, and I don't get my $9 from you, I have to get them from working by destroying nature. Like, if I don't get your $9, I'm going to have to get them from this tree. Yeah, so that's what I've been up to. Eat raw meat, get tan, and you fucking can. Like, bro, I've seen people in fucking winter jackets and sweaters under them outside, inside of a car. All day today, when there are no clouds, when I'm in the sunlight, I'm fucking shirtless, bare feet. Yeah, you cannot see my scars, but I got new scars. You are going to see them when I get a better phone and better lighting. I have like fucking runes, so it looks like fucking sun with fucking rays around it. And yeah, basically I don't feel fucking cold at all outside. Like, it's like 10 degrees here, 8 to 10 degrees. And if I'm in the sun's rays, I feel fucking warm. I might even start fucking sweating. I'm like, okay, this is enough. Like, if it was this warm all fucking year, I wouldn't fucking mind. Like, it's pleasantly cool in the evening, but it's fucking warm all day. So yeah, you can get tan. If you live in Europe, if you live in like Czech Republic and southern of Czech Republic, if you are Swede, then okay, no. But if you live in like fucking, I don't fucking know, like, if you're not a fucking Viking, then you can get tan. So, eat raw meat, get tan. Don't be so foolish to think that Solar Youth will show up to a fucking interview with you, and that don't think that he will not keep you hanging in there like 2 times fucking straight. Fuck off. I took my fucking sweet precious time to talk to you and you didn't fucking come. 2 fucking times! Are you a fucking retard, bro? Your videos are getting like fucking 1/10 of the views they used to get. And your interviews are the most popular videos on your fucking channel. And how the fuck can you afford to schedule an interview and then not show up for 2 fucking times? How the fuck can you afford that? Your channel is dying, bro. Yeah, I actually know how you can afford that, because you have a fucking $40 school community full of people. That's how you can afford that. So you're basically rich now, so you don't give a shit about your YouTube channel anymore. That's the impression I get. Okay, so eat raw meat, get tan, don't trust Solar Youth, be Primal Dieter, not a raw primal, and grow your fucking hair out. I'm fucking out. I'm out!